Time in Prince George's County, Maryland. You are looking at an area now where police are investigating because there's been a shooting that injured a girl that we're told is under the age of 18. This is Seat Pleasant, Maryland. This is 69th Place, just a couple of blocks away from the Seat Pleasant Police Department, and Sky9 is over the area right now. Just a few minutes ago, Seat Pleasant police told us that when they arrived at this house, they found a girl with a gunshot wound to her upper body, and she's now in the hospital with critical injuries. So we're still working to learn if police have a shooter, if they know anything about what led up to this violence or any description at all. But we will, of course, update you as we get more information.
When mom Taleka Brown spoke with first responders after her 13-year-old daughter was shot yesterday afternoon, this was what she told them.
Mom is advising that she arrived home like this. She came home, but she was already bleeding and apparently had a gunshot wound to the back of her neck.
And they're advising that the patient was shot in her neck by a homeless person.
But prosecutors say the mom was the one who allegedly pulled the trigger and shot her daughter in the neck after an argument. According to court documents, the daughter told investigators she then fell down the stairs and couldn't move. She was taken to the hospital in critical condition. Brown is now charged with first-degree attempted murder. Acting Seat Pleasant Police Chief Cedric Hayward saying in a statement, "It is always tragic when we have acts of violence within our community, but it is heart-wrenching when the perpetrator is supposed to be your protector." Maryland court records show Taleka Brown was accused in a domestic violence case last year, with a judge granting a temporary stay-away order. It's not clear from who or where. Brown was also temporarily ordered to surrender any guns. The records show the final stay-away order was later denied because there was no statutory basis for relief. As for the 13-year-old daughter, police say she's now recovering at the hospital. According to court documents, the teen told investigators her mom allegedly asked her to lie and say she was shot by an intruder.
And Brown is scheduled to appear in Prince George's County Court tomorrow afternoon for a bond review hearing. In Seat Pleasant, Amy Cho, News 4.
According to court documents, Brown told police the gun in the house wasn't hers. Prosecutors say Brown is not currently banned from possessing a gun.
13-year-old girl in Prince George's County is in the hospital fighting for her life after police say her own mother tried to murder her.
The shooting happened Monday evening in Prince George's County. Fox 5 Nanasinya Bonsu is at the Seat Pleasant Police Department with surveillance video that happened moments before that shooting. And also, from what we understand, Nana, you have some new details from investigators.
Yes, we do. So let me tell you, around this police department is the home where officers found the 13-year-old girl with a gunshot wound in her neck. Now, when officers arrived, the girl told them that her mother asked her to tell officers that someone else shot her. Well, it was through further investigation and surveillance video that we're about to show you that police determined the girl was shot by her mother.
I actually saw them walk her down the block and handcuff her and put her in the back seat.
Tina Nyblack was outside early Monday evening when she noticed caution tape blocking off one of the homes on her street.
You know, we're not sure of the details of how it happened or what happened here, so.
Fox 5 spoke with her yesterday when Seat Pleasant police were trying to figure out who shot a 13-year-old girl. At the time of the interview, Nyblack didn't know the suspect was the victim's mother, but now she does.
Oh my, this is horrible.
According to court documents, when police entered the home here on 69th Place, they found a 13-year-old girl near the front door with a gunshot wound to her neck. The girl told police that she and her mother got into an argument that turned physical. She noticed her mom holding a gun. As she started to walk away down the steps is when she heard one gunshot and fell to the bottom of the stairs. The girl also told police that her mother, 32-year-old Taleka Brown, instructed her to tell them that she was shot by someone who had broken into the house. So police started reviewing surveillance footage like the video on your screen, where you can see the teenage girl walking home from school with a book bag. She grabs the trash can from the curb and brings it to the side of the home before entering the house. According to court documents, between the time she entered the home and the shot was fired, no one else was seen entering or exiting the home. The girl and her mother were the only ones in the house. Investigators say Brown continued to give them conflicting stories before they arrested and charged her with first-degree attempted murder. In a statement, the acting police chief in Seat Pleasant says, "It is always tragic when we have acts of violence within our community, but it is heart-wrenching when the perpetrator is supposed to be your protector." Neighbors like Nyblack feel the same way.
It's domestic violence within your home, within your four walls where you should be protected. That's still domestic violence, parent, child, and it's just so disheartening that too much of this is happening today.
Now, police tell us that the girl is recovering at the hospital, but will need additional surgery as her condition becomes more stable. Now, police also confirmed that they did find a loaded Glock inside that home when they executed a search warrant later on that night. Brown is expected in court tomorrow for her bond hearing at 1:15. Guys.
Thank you, Nana.
A Seat Pleasant mother accused of shooting her own daughter will be back in court in just over 6 hours. 32-year-old Taleka Brown faces several charges, including first-degree attempted murder. Her 13-year-old daughter told police that she got into a fight with her mother on Monday afternoon, and when she tried to walk away, she says her mother shot her from behind. Brown's daughter is still in critical condition this morning.
No bond for the Maryland mother accused of trying to kill her own daughter. The suspect, Taleka Brown, will stay in jail. And today, new evidence suggests she tried to manipulate what her daughter told authorities. Lily Zhang's on the story tonight. She's standing by live with those details. Lily?
Hey, Jim, good evening to you. Prosecutors are pointing to a voicemail that was turned over to their office before today's hearing, just hours beforehand. In that voicemail, we are told that the suspect sent it to the child's father, essentially saying that if their child does not make a statement, doesn't show up in court, that all this will, quote, go away.
That was concerning to the state because obviously with her being 13 years old, she's very impressionable. And that's our concern, is that it's her mother. She's going to listen to her mother. And so we don't want her to be tainted in any way by the pressure.
Ashley Souls is an assistant state's attorney for Prince George's County. She presented the case before a judge today, arguing that Taleka Brown was a danger to the community and should not be released on bond. Brown is accused of shooting her 13-year-old daughter in the neck on Monday. This was after authorities say an argument turned physical in their Seat Pleasant home. Charging documents say Brown initially told her daughter to claim that she was shot by someone who broke into the home. The 13-year-old, according to prosecutors, remains in the hospital today. She requires a chest tube right now, with doctors at one point fearing that paralysis was a possibility.
And while no one thinks that a mother would shoot her very own daughter, no one could conceive of that. These incidents do happen, and they happen for a variety of reasons. But our goal is to prevent these incidents from becoming tragedies, to begin to address those underlying issues that lead to this type of violence.
Now, in court today, a defense attorney for Brown tried to make the argument that, in his opinion, home detention would be more appropriate in this case. He says that Brown has no violent criminal history, also adding that in this case, the victim could stay with her father. The judge, of course, in this case did side with the state. Guys?